Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh 2091 and welcome to a brand new Let's Play in the continuation of the Deponia series. This is Chaos on Deponia, the second game in the series and of the trilogy. And honestly, I'm not sure if this is my favorite one or the third one is, but I do love the areas that we visit in this game. So yes, basically, this is just a continuation of where the first game left off. We, Goal is heading back to Elysium with Cletus, but the big twist at the end was like he never put back the backup chip. She has the original chip in there, so she should know everything that happened already. So it's like, I wonder what's going on. Regardless, I'm just gonna go ahead and start a new game, and if you guys seen the first LP already, you guys are already familiar with the characters, the stories, and mechanics. But just sit back, relax, and we'll get going in just a little bit.
Huh? What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. A little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learn, do you?
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead. Talk to me. Just point the cursor at me, and left-click as soon as the speech balloon icon appears.
No prompting!
Yes, no prompting indeed. I shall do that. I'm not going to do a tutorial because I feel like it'll take way too long, but I'll just explain the mechanics in case you guys haven't seen the first game and are starting out with this one. It's a point-and-click adventure, first off, so everything is done with the mouse. However, you can use the spacebar to highlight the various items that you can select, grab, and whatever else. So, for example, if you see like the eye icon at the top right of the cursor, if you right-click, you'll look at it. If you left-click on it, that means you can grab it, try grabbing it, or something. Same thing with a human, or you want to speak to somebody, the left-click will actually just be speaking to somebody. And you can pick something up right here, and that's basically it when it comes to the overview over here.
You've forgotten everything, right?
No, I haven't.
Then why don't you start talking to me? Just point the cursor.
Will you stop?
You know, that would trigger some amusing dialogue.
How exciting!
Yeah, somewhat. So it kind of interrupted me there, but I brought the inventory down to show you as well that you have an inventory. It's the same thing. You can look at things in inventory, you can pick it up, you can combine it with stuff in the environment. So I picked up the Yang, I can like try putting it somewhere else. I can combine two items in my inventory to make one, stuff like that. That's basically all you need to know about the game. Let's go ahead and skip the tutorial and get the game going.
They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Goal's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. for their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Goal's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-bop.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, I was about to get to that part. So listen up. Da 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 dun 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 dun.
You're being pathetic, again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades, rim borders on anodons gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? Stress growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over again. Huzzah, all over again.
Welcome to Let's Play Chaos on Deponia. What a wonderful story Rufus was telling us. But yeah, how the hell did you get up on that ship? Let's find out. It's Rufus. It must be something really out of proportion to something huge that he must have done.
Trash. Trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... How shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
Huh.
I still don't
Seems like he really
know,
did change.
really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about?
Something doesn't seem right here. We just gotta get a hammer in the box. Okay, but let's see what we got here. We got, like, the bathroom door, the flush button, the just regular button, bird, Doc, toolbox, Grandma Utz. I don't think that's Doc's wife. I think that's just somebody they came across. Regardless, let's just go ahead and get that hammer and continue on. Let's see, we got the hammer, power inverter, toolbox. Okay, hammer's what we need.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Are you sure about that? We almost just killed a bird. I thought we did. Let's see, what else? Well, actually, we got a power inverter.
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
We're not stealing it, we're just borrowing it, right? Like we're borrowing the hammer. Okay, let's get that hammer out.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Oh my god. Well, I think the bird's still alive. I can hear it tweeting. Yeah, let me just, can I just grab the hammer?
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Well, whatever you do, do not look behind you, because there's actually quite a bit of damage that I'm doing. Oh my god, actually, okay, so we can't grab that hammer just yet. Let me open the bathroom door to see how the bird's doing. Oh my god. Oh, dear God in heaven. This can't be good. Can I take him out of there?
All I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
Oh my god. You know, when I first came across this, like, this entire scene, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I was, like, laughing a little bit. I'm like, oh, Rufus, why? Like, how much more damage can you do? I might as well try. I mean, he could just pull him out, but, you know, maybe it'll be better if he just flushed him.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
Dang it. But I need water. Flush?
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water.
Yeah, no, see, no, I wouldn't say that. Well, I do have a power inverter and a tablecloth. I wonder what I can do with any of it. Oh, you know what? We lost power. But we have a power inverter.
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
There we go. Now it should be going up. Now let's see what happens when we flush.
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Well, if that's all you're worried about.
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
Well, so far he survived being almost impaled by a hammer, being thrown into the bathroom, getting electrocuted, being in the toilet, and now being in a tank of nasty water. Oh, but see, it kind of connects to this flush button, so let's flush him out.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month.
See, at this point, it's like, I don't understand why... Dude, Rufus, just take the bird. He's still good, and just put him back. But we don't have that option. We have a button here. What does this do? Oh, dear God. Do I want to use that again? Oh, he seems okay, but there is that. Maybe I need to clog it. I don't know.
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh, Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
Rufus, how? How did that happen to you? How'd you get it stuck? I mean, if you guys don't realize what he's trying to do right now, he's trying to wet it so he can grab the hammer. You know, so it wouldn't hurt him as much. But you can just do a little bit of it, not the whole entire thing. Oh, God.
If you promise me that he will be careful, then everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
Promise.
Well, I'm sorry I had to do that. There was no avoiding it. I didn't like doing that. Even the first time I did it, I'm like, oh dear God, why? But now we have to soak tablecloth.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved.
Oh, we improved quite a bit. Now let's go ahead and get that hammer.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Are they that oblivious to it?
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all that. I thought you would finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers.
So yeah, this looks very, very dangerous. It looks like it's going to backfire like no other, as we've seen it happen in the first game. However, once again, I must point out that even though it seems ridiculous, holy crap, the amount of effort and amount of thought put into it by Rufus is, at least in my opinion, a little bit impressive. I don't think a lot of people would actually go through all this, you know, and like actually try setting things up, building it, and trying to accomplish an apparently impossible goal. But that's not letting him. He's not gonna stop. No, hell no. So let's see. So he says that he pushes on the bellows, the cork will pop into the targets. Boom, boom, boom. Cut the safety rope, and he's off to Elysium. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Doc. Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Darn it, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I got an idea. How about you try doing both? Because, dear God, we don't want to see this guy getting guillotined. But seriously, why? Doc, I don't know. You got hit with a cork and right in the forehead. It shouldn't knock you out. Regardless of age, I would think. Oh, God. But once again, look, I mean, he apparently did calculate it a lot. I mean, he took all the physics and geometry into consideration, and boom, look, it kind of worked. I mean, he didn't take into account Doc, you know, being unconscious, but yeah, okay. So what else do we got here? We already pushed the bellows. The gas really can't even reach anything because we're kind of tied up here. Here's Elysium, our goal. Panhandle a knife. Ooh, the knife seems good.
And whoop! Oof! Perfect body control, as always.
Alrighty, now what can we do with the knife? And we... What can we hit? Gas? Oh wait, made a Bunsen burner.
Very clever. I'll simply solve the problem through a process of elimination. Doc will be proud of him if he isn't decapitated in the next few seconds.
Or that too. I mean, this game does come down to like saying, oh, what do I push? What do I press? I don't know. The base?
I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc would still be in the mood for thunderous applause.
Wait a minute, what? You can't even reach that, can you?
Maybe I can scratch a little black powder out of there. That shouldn't affect the flight characteristics of the saw blade, should it?
It might.
That tickles.
Wait a minute. Wait, oh, his right arm wasn't tied down. Oh, okay. Let's see. So it went through his leg, or through his arm, the leg. Oh, it's on here. Let's
With
do
the
this
right
again.
momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic.
Sure, let's go with that. So, I mean, this is like the first, like, if you want to say, little puzzle of the game. This is ridiculously simple because it's like you have very limited things you can do, and spoiler, you can take as much time as you want. That thing's not going to come down until it needs to.
If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then, there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc! Ah! Whoa! Whoa! No! Ah! What? Hey! Oh! Oh!
Rufus! Rufus!
Huh? What?
You haven't answered my question. How did you get here? I just don't understand.
That's because there is nothing to understand. The whole story is nothing but one big filthy lie. Almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited.
I have come to save my planet.
Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders so that Deponia could be exploded, but Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. Now, it's useless. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius.
Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Now, remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it.
That's because you only know one part of Goal, the part that is naive and idealistic.
The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in.
But there is a third part as well. And that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal?
There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. With a little luck, you may even survive the fall.
No, this isn't right.
Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
Okay, so we're kind of in a pickle here, to say the least. Rufus, dude, you really gotta stop damaging our implant. God, I mean, you're one lucky bastard, I mean, to say the least. You somehow got up here relatively unscathed, really. Of course, we're looking down the barrel of a gun, but, you know, good job so far. It's like, what's going to happen next? What are you going to do next, Rufus? How about wait until next time, guys? I think it's that doesn't seem... How the hell is that already 25 minutes? Even more than that, really. Well, regardless, next time we will see what Rufus will do, and we'll really get into this game, and oh my god, this should be a treat. I'm thinking it might be a little bit longer than the first game, but I can't be entirely sure. Each one, if I know what I'm doing exactly, or at least a general gist of if I know what I'm doing, it shouldn't take that long, but still, I think, like, you know, yeah, whatever. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Chaos on Deponia. I'll see you guys later.